Big part of web design is file directories and file structure. What I mean by that is how you organize your files. In web design, you're only making links between files and links between images, and so keeping them in a very organized structure and keeping them in the same place is very, very important. If you move a file or rename a file, your HTML document will not be able to find it because you've created a path to the place that that file used to be or used to be named. And since it's no longer named that, it will show it up as a broken link or a broken image. And there's not much you can do. You have to then refine the image, remake the path. So it's very important that you have a good file structure to begin with, and that you don't make changes sort of towards the end or after you've made paths from image to HTML or HTML to HTML. So I have developed a very specific system. You need to follow the file structure system that I've made if you want to receive all the points on your project. It's very structured, very specific, so make sure you listen to this demo and then also use the information that I give you here to name your files. So all your files should be in a folder that is named with the name of our course, which is DMA 145, an underscore, and your last name. Mine is Sweeney, so I put Sweeney on there. What you'll notice is there are no spaces and there are no uppercase letters. That's very important for web. So make sure you do not use any uppercase or you'll lose a point, and make sure you don't use any spaces. When you want to use a space, you can use an underscore instead. That's why you see them in a lot of URLs on the web. So if I double click this, inside this folder are 4 folders, one for each of our projects, Project 1, Project 2, Project 3, Project 4. You'll notice again, no uppercase letters, no spaces, just the name of the project itself. Okay. Inside each folder, you can see I've set it up already for my Project 1 folder. Inside of Project 1, there are 2 folders. One is called Project 1 underscore extras. The other one is called Project 1 underscore website. Now it's very important that you have both of these files. The first one, the Project 1 underscore extras, is for all of the extra files that you will develop with your website. Sometimes you have Microsoft Word documents, sometimes you have large JPEGs that haven't been saved for the web yet. Who knows what you have? You need to put it into that extras folder. The extras folder is for anything that does not go up on the website or is not part of the website. Then you have this Project 1 website folder. In here, only things that are going to go on the web go in here. So this is where your optimized images go. This is where your fonts go. This is where your HTML goes. You can see I have some things already in here. There are 3 folders. One is for fonts, one is for images, and one is for JS or JavaScript. I want you to have all 3 of these folders even if we don't have anything in them. It's just useful for you to know how to set up a folder. Okay, so again, fonts, images, and JS. In the images folder, the only files you will put are GIFs, JPEGs, and PNGs, things that have been saved and optimized for the web. And then in the fonts folder, you'll put fonts, and in the JavaScript folder, you'll put JavaScript. You can also see that I have an HTML document here. This is my first HTML document, and you'll notice it's named index.html. That's because index is the default name for a page on the web, and it's a very specific name that if it's in a folder, that's the one that a browser will display. So you need to name it exactly this name, index, index.html. That I'm going to expect that your homepage or your first default page is going to be named index.html, and you'll lose points if you don't name it index.html. You can't name it index2, you can't name it index new, none of those things. It has to be named specifically this. The other point that I would like to make is that you should not make duplicate copies. You have a very hard time keeping track of which one is which and linking. So make sure you're not making duplicate copies. You should always just save over the existing copy. It's a scary thought, but you should do that. Okay, that's it for file directory.